What happened? Some comfortable with the benches.
Yeah.
And there are so many places there.
That's okay.
What I'm saying, all benches are vacant. That is not spacious. It's up to you. Just tell me where into India and its neighbors is it?
We did not start with the neighbors.
Okay.
We had completed over here.
In fact, in one lecture, we had got only one lecture,
Hmm.
correct? We have done sizable on that day. What's your name? And? And? What else? School name. School name.
ये वाली नहीं थी, ये वाली.
Same school, huh?
नहीं, I am from Jaypur and it's not right.
In Sanpada. Look, I don't know. I'd given the notes to her. You can copy as well as I'd given the explanation. Homework also.
Questions.
In one lecture, we had done up till first we had done what is the size of India. Okay. Then we have done its location also. Then we have done its little bit of physiography. Do you know what is physiography?
I
You don't know. Then we are almost at the end of the chapter today. We are going to say India and its neighbors.
We had done with the boundaries.
Okay. So location and एक extent रहेगा. ओंकार तेरे लिए बोल रहा हूँ ये सब, ठीक है? ये सब देख लेना उनसे और मेरा लेक्चर वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग भी रहता है. You know how to get into that? Very fresh man. Check with the what is that? You check with your coordinator. She'll give you one link. Whatever lectures, not only mine, with all the subjects. How many subjects you take?
यूपी के वेबसाइट में तो है.
तुम है ना कोऑर्डिनेटर से बात करो. She'll tell you and she'll guide you. है ना? Okay. Now, when we talk about this word India and its neighbors, we always say it is close neighbors. Okay. Then distant neighbors. In fact, if I want to say this neighbors today determine, I don't know, you children understand or not, but I'll explain. The foreign policy of the government. How do I explain the word foreign policy? What is foreign policy, by the way? I should check with you. Huh? What is it? Heard of this? Do we have a foreign minister? You can see it. Do we have a foreign affairs minister?
We do have.
We do have. That ministry is known as EAM. You will find out from me in the next lecture. What is the name of this ministry?
Yeah.
And we have a special minister also who is doing very good. Because this India Kashmir issue is going on, is it? So this is the department which handles all that affairs. So now, when I pull you back, India being the centralmost part of Asia, that day she was explaining me beautifully peninsula, right? So we have Arabian Sea on the west, and now Omkar has to speak, huh? What is on the east? What is this? Bay of Bengal on the east, and to the south, Omkar. What is it? Indian Ocean in the south, correct? And the Himalayas in the north. Then we had discussed on that day the north-south extent of India. Then west-east extent of India. This is what we have discussed. And now then when we are saying, like we have a country, not a country, many countries, like I say starting with our own immediate neighbors. Correct? Then Bangladesh. Pakistan is to the east or west? It is to the west. And Bangladesh is to the east. Correct? Or big countries hai. Like we have and एक छोटा सा stretch है पानी
Park Street.
which we call as Park Street.
Or the Gulf of Mannar.
Gulf of Munnar. Munnar. That is a place in Tamil Nadu. And then along with Bangladesh we have Burma. Just today Myanmar. Okay. Then we have Bhutan. In fact, Bhutan के पास किसका आर्मी है? It is our Indian army only which serves Bhutan because they is a very small kingdom. Okay. Then the other closest neighbor is Nepal. Now, in order to understand how India is doing with its neighbors, this is a topic very important. Clear? Shall we read and find out? So I'll ask the Indian neighbors from Omkar to read. So, what's the second one saying? As you want, what's the base number here? 136, huh? It's such a thing that keep a pencil ready. Don't mark here. She has to mark because it's my building. Boy. I say it. हाँ तो उसको मैंने पे जाके चेक किया तो ज़्यादा कर ले.
हाँ वो next.
Read. India and its neighbors. Why we are using the word her here? It is her, not yes. They don't even need to be. Because India country is normally a feminine characteristic. एक ही country है दुनिया में जिसको father character है, masculine. But other Indian countries find out. Read. Adjacent charges what क्या है इधर? You can write that immediate neighbors. India का बहुत close है. In fact, one country shares boundary with 4 states of India. और question में आएगा. Which country? Bangladesh. So, ये correction डालो please. ये question आता है. हाँ. हाँ.
South are Sri Lanka and Indian Ocean, while on the west are Pakistan and the Arabian Sea. India has gotten frontiers with Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Tibet, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Myanmar, which are all mostly countries.
Okay.
India is responsible for the defense of Bhutan,
Sri Lanka.
a small American kingdom.
Why India is giving its army तो बोल रहे small है. किसके against उसको खतरा है? Bhutan को.
Pakistan.
China.
तो इंडिया के वो भी इंडिया
Maybe जैसे अरुणाचल प्रदेश everybody knows it belongs to India, but some part of Arunachal Pradesh is already eaten by China. Because they feel that anybody comes like this, मतलब all Chinese. It is not the truth. है ना? Come there. Read. ये जरा ध्यान से read करिए. That is what we had in front of us as it. What state? It is Park Street. Underline that also. Where is Park Street? है ना? क्या है ये? But क्या है? It's a narrow stretch of water. किसको separate करता है? इंडिया को श्रीलंका से separate करता है. ठीक है? Just go ahead. It is Lakshadweep. क्या reading है? Wait. It's okay. Put it. Listen it. Whenever we talk about islands, she was marking that day islands beautifully. So we have two group of islands, main group. बाकी छोटा मोटा island है. One is this. Correct? And another is this.
Lakshadweep.
I want to tell more about this Lakshadweep island. It is very close to Kerala. and it is very small as compared to the other. And
Andaman.
normally it is called as coral island, made out of coral. Suna hai corals? Nahi suna hai. Andaman is much huge, and it is considered to be submerged peak of what? Submerged peak of mountains.
Mountains is a big
And it is huge. Close to, I remember when I visited, अभी भी उतना ही है, 534 islands are there. 534. Out of which only 200 plus islands we know. बाकी तो अभी भी आदिवासी community रहता है. In fact, you are allowed to go here. You are not allowed to go Nicobar because India का army और navy का base camp है. Either army people or Nicobari people only can go. And if you want to go, you need to apply for a pass. They say कि अंडमान से भी ज़्यादा, अंडमान itself is very beautiful. Lot of greens and other things, beaches, too good. Nicobar तो उससे भी beautiful. Okay, everyone cannot go there. So these islands, although away from India, but they definitely belongs to India. Why? Because India had made them as their UT, Union Territory. Plus, it is very easy to store weapons, है ना? क्योंकि इंडिया के अंदर रखेगा तो क्या होगा? Anytime blast is done. But so it is Nicobar which is serving as the strategic importance for India. समझ में आया? चलो, please read.
The length of the common land border between neighbor and countries is about
ये underline करो. This is land boundary. Total हमारा land boundary 50 और हमारा water boundary भी कुछ 7,000 किलोमीटर है. It is huge, हाँ? Carry on.
since the opening of the
Suez Canal. Hey, what is the importance of Suez Canal? Come on,
It
anybody.
reduced the distance from Europe to India by 7,000 kilometers.
Very good. What else?
And
And
it
this is
has
the-
a better communication system.
हाँ, अगर सुएज कैनाल बंद हो जाएगा ना, इंडिया और यूरोप का या एशिया का कनेक्शन कट हो जाएगा. And you know who discovered America? अच्छा, forget about who discovered the sea route to India. Was it India reachable in historic times by Europeans? No, no, no. हाँ, तो किसके वजह से वो ये रूट बना?
शायद वो निकोलस
निको
शायद
ये कौन है यार? निकोलस इसका कोई फ्रेंड रहेगा? अरे बोल, who discovered sea route to India?
नाम
वास्को डा गामा.
हाँ वो नाम याद नहीं आ
तो
रहा
मुझे कैसे
पता
याद?
है।
पता है, पता है. And then if I say Columbus, Columbus came. उसका पूरा नाम क्या है? Christopher Columbus.
तो निकोलस
He came to find out India, and उसने India find भी किया, and then he went back to Europe, saying कि मैंने India find कर लिया. But he didn't find India.
कुछ कीड़ा काय बता
Come on, sir. So we always believe that when Columbus said he had found out sea route to India, he didn't found out sea route.
नहीं है कोई बताओ
He found out West Indies. You know what is West Indies now?
हाँ
नहीं
नहीं
West Indies are those people who are tall, dark, and handsome to live with.
हाँ
तो ठीक है. But many people said जो Columbus ने find किया, that was not India. Then came the Portuguese traveler. He said this is true India. But they had only heard the stories of India, very rich, very spoke, and there were two Chinese travelers who came to India and who wrote the books. Anybody knows who are they? Or who are they? अगर उन्होंने बुक नहीं लिखा होता, इंडिया के ऊपर इतना अत्याचार नहीं होता. Because they only wrote rich accounts of India.
वो भी उनका नाम याद तो नहीं है पर सुना है
सुना है, याद नहीं है कैसे सुना? हैं?
नहीं याद नहीं है सुना है उनका
How do you pronounce?
एच है वो
Good. You say, my dear. एक नाम तू पढ़ेगा, एक नाम ये. Fahian. And second is Yuang Swang. Yuang Swang. H है ना? तो ये दोनों चाइनीज ट्रैवलर थे. इन्होंने जब पूरा इंडिया का दर्शन किया, उन्होंने बुक लिख दिया. इंडिया गोल्डन की चिड़िया है, इंडिया में इतना सोना. सच है ये सब. In those days they used to dine in the gold plate, not golden plate. And ऐसा बोला जाता था कि 36 टाइप का सब्जी होता था. इधर अभी अपनी मम्मी 2 सब्जी के लिए इतना इतना राग देती है. And the temple which is in Gujarat, Shiv temple, मालूम है? 18 times it was looted. And 18 times भी उधर का लोगों ने उसको गोल्ड से बनाया दोबारा. लूटने वाला भी सोचेगा कितने तो पैसे. Idea? Which temple? Which temple? You are from Gujarat, is it? Where from? No, Anushan, very good, yeah. And she's from Gujarat. मतलब यहाँ से यहाँ तक Anushan. Good, good. So we always believe that the temple name was Somnath temple. And जो लूटने वाला जो बंदा था, he was Mohammed Ghazni. उसका एक कट गया था, ये कट गया था, फिर भी भाई साहब, अरे यार गोल्ड का वॉल्स था, गोल्डन वॉल्स नहीं था. You know what is the difference between gold walls and golden? And the shivling was embedded with stones.
Precious stones.
He was so happy. हाँ, मतलब 17-18 बार वो मर गया था actually. उसके बाद वो जब उसका अंतिम संस्कार. So that is, these guys are responsible. Then came the person who found out the sea routes, because India was not connected, है ना? So the first came my favorite fellow. Why favorite? Because he only discovered America. That is the reason. Christopher Columbus. आप लोगों ने कुछ गाना में भी नाम सुना रहेगा इसका. And then came our person who was this. हम लोग बचपन में इसका नाम से खेलते हैं, Vasco da Gama. Went to the drama without his pajamas. Something like that. But don't forget these two names and these two names. Hey, where is the note today? Hey, today you took admission or it's a demo lecture? Admission, na? But first day तो नहीं है. Absent था. Absent था ना? Yeah, forgot your name here. What's the name?
Shasti.
What's the short name?
Short. नहीं.
Then.
Nickname like mummy.
Don't say nickname. That's for your parents.
Short name नहीं है.
Ushashi.
हाँ, उषाशी.
Ushashi.
उषाशी कोई लोग बोलते थे श ऐड करते हैं. उषाशी.
उषा ही बोलेंगे ना.
हाँ.
You. Usha. हाँ, fancy.
पीटी उषा.
ठीक है, वो तो सोच लिया. She's as good as her day. She's there. She got a Rajya Sabha membership. Minister. Now you start reading. Easily writing.
Next page से start.
हाँ.
चैप्टर लेने.
खत्म. चैप्टर ही खत्म. नहीं.
नहीं.
Where he has left. अभी तक उसने पूरा पढ़ा नहीं.
एक ही पढ़ा है बस. अच्छा और एक पॉइंट.
है ना दोस्त. आगे का पढ़ो. You read. He is writing. You read.
Provinces were ruled directly by British officials who were appointed by the viceroy. Princely states were ruled by local.
Princely states. You read. What are princely states? जैसा आज हमारा पास सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एंड स्टेट है, उस टाइम पर ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट रूल करता था. तो हर एक स्टेट को प्रिंसली, जैसे सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होने ले मद्रास, द प्रेजेंट चेन्नई एंड मुंबई, एंड उससे भी ज्यादा इनका होम टाउन. व्हाट इज दैट? अभी भी आप जाओ तो यू कैन सी मेनी ब्रिटिश बिल्डिंग, स्पेशली द कोलकाता मेन कैपिटल. बट मैंने सुना नीटनेस एंड हाइजीन और इतना गंदा ना अच्छा है. So let's see.
The princely states were ruled by local hereditary rulers.
Hereditary rulers. Who are hereditary means? मतलब बेटे का. हाँ, फिर डैड, फिर वैसे ही आएगा.
Who acknowledged sovereignty in sovereignty.
No. Again.
Sovereignty.
फिर से. Sovereignty. चलो ठीक है, हाँ go ahead.
Sovereignty in
ए sovereignty नहीं है, sovereignty.
sovereignty.
You have some tongue issues ना.
Sovereignty in return for local
And I would like to have
autonomy.
coffee. What do you say?
क्या?
You said sovereignty here ना, मुझे coffee दे. Go ahead, go ahead.
In return for local autonomy.
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 Polish or English? Yeah, what is sovereignty by the way? आप pledge बोलता है? Pledge की तरह prayer बोलता है क्या दोनों? स्कूल का prayer है?
हाँ.
बोलते हैं? इतना डरा क्यों है? It's forced on you. Christian prayer है? क्या क्या बोलते हैं? Oh Jesus, Jesus चिल्ला. नहीं, इनफैक्ट है ना, मैं बोलता हूँ हर एक स्कूल में ना, अच्छा वंदे मातरम गाते हैं कि नहीं?
हाँ, this person के टाइम होता है.
What is that? This person.
This person के टाइम होता
अच्छा,
है.
this person.
This person के टाइम.
I got the word this person. देखो, one thing I have seen, all the convent school now, one thing they have made it very clear. They have slowly and steadily infused what? Christianity into our minds. You know that? What is it? We used to study in a Christian school.
No, जयपुर यार.
हाँ, वो तो भी हाँ, क्या बोलते हैं स्कूल में? ये बताइए.
इसका
जनरली
जो-
लड़कियों को ये नहीं पहनने का है ना, वॉचेस बैंगल टीका नहीं लगाने का, एंड तो लगता है. Okay. And then they will slowly I remember I haven't through convent, but I've attended many schools and sessions where they will खाने से पहले प्रे करने का, हम भी करते हैं, ऐसे नहीं कि नहीं करते हैं, मतलब बोलते हैं कि ये जो but they will hold the hands, close the eyes, है ना? By the time I close the eyes and open it, जैसे दो रोटी उधर गायब हो जाता है. Oh Lord, the bread and butter. Sir, चपाती और भाजी दिए. ठीक है यार. So there, that practice really comes in. Where now I remember there are certain schools which are saying कि योगासन करना जरूरी है, meditation बच्चों को सिखाना जरूरी है. फिर मुस्लिम वाले तुरंत खड़े हो जाते हैं. ये क्या हिंदुत्व सिखा रहा है? यार meditation से हिंदुत्व नहीं होता है ना? हाँ. If you say the word, you know what is that word Om means? Do anybody chant that? You do.
हाँ, स्कूल में होता है.
होता है? कैसे कैसे बोलते हैं? ये यहाँ से आओ. अच्छा, you are Om. Is Om.
स्कूल में वो.
But उसका मतलब भी मालूम है क्या? हाँ, वरना तो तेरा मतलब ही नहीं है क्या? The first sound which originated on the earth was the sound. ना देखो उसको मालूम है. Because that first water when busted out, जिससे वो life बना, bacteria बना, science ने prove किया the sound is Om. You know why do we worship Lord Shiva? I don't know, अभी तो आपको छोटे बच्चे हैं, मतलब उतने भी छोटे बच्चे हैं. शिवा का ना कोई शुरुआत है ना कोई अंत है.
हाँ.
वो तो मालूम है, he is only a बिंदु. तो सब लोग ने बोला बिंदु को हम कैसे पूजा करेंगे, तो बोला उसके लिए फिर वो लोगों ने शंकर का पिक्चर बनाया. So that is the difference between Shiva and Shankar. If you see all the religion, this Allah also they say Noor. Noor बोलते हैं. Noor मतलब एक डॉट है, वही है. और क्रिश्चियनिटी में भी वो लोग बोलते हैं when you see the Christmas tree ना, the biggest, the topmost is the biggest star. बोलते हैं that is the soul. तो हमारा जो हिस्ट्री है it is 7,500 year old. उस दिन तो मैं इसको रामायण का बहुत बता रहा था. So it is to be very proud that we come from such. है ना, हमारा religion नहीं है. It is a way of life. What is way of life? We accept all the religion. हम लोग ने कभी किसी को ना नहीं. But बाकी वाले हमारा religion को नहीं. तो ये ठीक है ना, ठीक है. In fact, anybody knows what is Bhagavad Gita? Gita बोलते हो, हाँ, book. This book is written around close to 1,000 years before. No, he's writing a history which is 7,500 years old history. हरे कृष्णा ने एक्चुअली उसमें भी कंट्रोवर्सी है. हरे कृष्णा ने इतना ही बोला कि you and me, you are coming as a life as a part of mine only. तो ये आपको कम से कम 7,000 साल लड़ाई करने के बाद आपको ये ह्यूमन का मिला है.
महाभारत में एक अर्जुन को जब वो नॉलेज प्रोड्यूस कर रहे थे,
नॉलेज प्रोड्यूस कर रहा था.
आई मीन कृष्णा
अर्जुन had a doubt.
एनलाइटमेंट जब हो रहा था उनका,
That was Hare Krishna.
सो
And that was the time भगवद गीता बनाया.
हाँ, तभी उन्होंने सब नॉलेज.
इंडिया में एक प्रेस है जो बहुत पुराना है, वहाँ पे अभी मोदी जी ने अवार्ड दिया, उसको गीता प्रेस बोलते हैं. यूपी में है, यूपी में है। गीता प्रेस का मतलब क्या है, ये पब्लिक्स द बुक्स इन ऑलमोस्ट दुनिया का हर लैंग्वेज, भगवत गीता का भी किया है, रामायण का भी किया है, एंड दैट इज अ बुक यू शुड रीड। ये ब्रिटिश लोग और ये जो लंदन वंदन में जो चलता है ना, वो लोग ने जो भगवत गीता लिखा है वो उनके स्टाइल से लिखा है। इस्कॉन मालूम है? व्हाट इज इस्कॉन? इंटरनेशनल श्री कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस, दैट केम फ्रॉम यूएस। वो एक बूढ़े नहीं है, इज द फाउंडर। एक स्टैचू रहेगा, देखो कोई भी इस्कॉन में जाओ एक बूढ़ा का स्टैचू रहता है। ही इज प्रभुपाद, ही इज द पर्सन हु फाउंडेड दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। आज जिसको मालूम नहीं रहेगा, इनका गांव में एक जगह है कोलकाता में, दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा टेंपल बनाया हुआ गुम्बस, मीरपुर करके एक जगह है, मीरपुर का नाम
वो तो हैदराबाद।
हाँ नहीं मीरपुर नहीं। So we always believe that India has a very rich cultural heritage. Okay, चलो read खत्म।
हाँ,
चलो
फाइंड आउट का है।
फाइंड आउट है। Let us go to some question answers page. I'll be doing this map of also, but not today. Next week, you get your original volume. Where's your volume, by the way? नहीं लाया। Next time लेकर। ठीक है, देखो, I had asked her to complete this. She has completed this. So these are the questions. How many questions do you have? 1 to 6. Now check any of the question you do not know the answer. I can give you the answer right now. Is there any queries? Please ask. I can start economics if you need, or we can give some question answers.
सर वो फिजिकली का क्या होता है?
What is the question?
What is the distance measured in kilometers between two extreme points of latitude of India?
Extreme points of latitude क्या है? East to east extent है. गुजरात to अरुणाचल
वो वाला
प्रदेश. हाँ. कितना है? 2933 है ना?
ऊपर से ऊपर नॉर्थ टू साउथ।
North to south is 3200, 3214. I know.
I'm not doubting it.
लिखा भी है, देखो ये 3214, ये ईस्ट टू ईस्ट है ना, वही पूछा क्वेश्चन, वही लिख दो उधर।
लैटिट्यूड पूछा है ना?
हाँ तो लैटिट्यूड भी तो है। Any question? Shall I give? Okay, I'll show you this video also. Hey, ये देखना, you will understand.
So latitude बोलते सर इधर से कुछ दोगे उनको?
मैं दूं? Write down the first question. No. Very important, but it's not important. Give the latitude and longitude extent of India. Latitude and longitudinal, actually tudinal. Don't make any spelling mistake. Longitudinal and latitudinal extent and longitudinal extent of India. ये मैप से देखिए आंसर कर सकते हैं ना, ये मैप है 37 डिग्री 8 और ये 67 डिग्री 98. Second question. Extent of India. Explain the central location of India. Explain the central location of India in the Asian continent. In the Asian continent. Next. If the certain answers are ready-made there, you can just check. Don't copy the answer. Write on the board. Central location of India in Asian continent. What is the time difference between? What is the time difference between east-west extent of India? What is the time difference between the east-west extent of India? How many three are there? 2, 5. Explain the advantages of this. I think you get or not better. Advantages of the geographical location of India.
चलेगा मुझे.
ऐसे होता है. बोला अगर नहीं हुआ तो
जाएगा. स्कूल के नोटबुक में लिखा है, एनसीईआरटी में है ये. जियोग्राफिकल
location of India. Then the last question. Why do you think Indian Ocean is given the name of our country? Why do you think Indian Ocean is given the name of our country? मतलब इसको इंडियन ओशन ही क्यों रखा है? एक्चुअली वीडियो में भी वो बंदा बता रहा हूँ. Now you pick up a pencil, start solving this questions in your volume, है ना? The map work we will study when we are studying. ओम क्या करेगा, वो वॉल्यूम का पेज लिखो, व्हाट इज द पेज नंबर,
149.
हाँ डायरेक्टली राइट क्वेश्चन
Sorry,
नंबर
sir.
1,
We give 149.
करेक्ट प्लीज,
Give one.
and हाँ and write page number 149 question number 1 answer, ऐसे लिखो, what is the question number 1 asking,
बुक्स में लिखे होंगे.
you write, हाँ अभी वो मैप देख के फिल अप करो, मैप नहीं देखो, ईस्ट वेस्ट एंड नॉर्थ नॉर्थ,
बुक में लिख सकते.
हाँ use the pencil, you are adding the volume, right, हाँ
The
इधर लिखिए, तो आंसर नंबर 1
and the longitudinal extent
Extent.
of India is 30 degrees.
वो एक्चुअली उसका लेंथ बोला है, यू हैव टू गिव द लोकेशनल एक्सटेंट, कहां से कहां तक जाता
तो
है,
मतलब डिग्रीज एंड
जो
मिनट्स.
मैप में दिए सेम, करेक्ट राइट, asked by the question asking another meaning of the August. I gave you one more assignment, you have to find out from June to December the month is given the name of Roman kings, you know that, which is August का महीना क्यों अगस्त रखा, इसे मतलब चलो जुलाई का बाद आता है, it is called as Augustus and July आके Julius Caesar जो विलियम शेक्सपियर, एंड जैन से लेके दिसंबर तक लोग ना ऐसे ही नोटिंग किए, मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ कि हम लोग अपना मंथ विक्रमादित्य चंद्रगुप्ता, हाँ वैसे भी अभी जो ईयर चल रहा है हिंदू कैलेंडर में उसको विक्रम संवत बोलते हैं, विक्रमादित्य के नाम से, एंड वी आर इन 2052, हाँ हमारा इंडियन कैलेंडर ऐसे ही बोलता है, ये तो ब्रिटिश कैलेंडर है, तो ये बोलता है. Like, okay. 3000 नहीं अभी तो लिखा 3.28 मिलियन स्क्वायर किलोमीटर, हाँ 28 मिलियन स्क्वायर किलोमीटर एरिया है ना,
Six 20. Yes. Latitudinal extent is 37 degrees 6 minutes north and 7 degrees 6 minutes and 8 degrees 4 minutes north, 8 degrees 4 minutes north, and the longitudinal extent is 68 degree 7 minutes east. 68 degree 7 minutes east.
What is that out? Tell me. I'll give you the answer. Hey, you asked something to him.
I did not ask him.
Then he asked you. क्या है भाई? पूछ मेरे से. वो एरिया है ना? That is 3.28 हो गया.
नहीं, वो extent का
आपको भी नहीं आता है?
मुझे आ गया, मैंने लिख दिया कब का.
Read the question.
मेरा तो कब का हो गया.
कौन सा? Which question? वो मैप में देखो. लैटिट्यूड ऐसा लिख, ईस्ट एंड ईस्ट, है ना? लॉन्जिट्यूडनल नॉर्थ एंड नॉर्थ. समझा? तो एंड पॉइंट दिख रहा है?
तो सर ये क्या है? The latitudinal and the longitudinal extent of the mainland is 30 degree.
That is that length 3030. That is like अभी we are showing that India is one box. ऐसा है ना? तो ये यहाँ से
हाँ.
और ये
यहाँ
यहाँ से. इंडिया इधर ही किधर ही है.
हाँ.
और when we are understanding, when we are only talking about India, समझा? ये तो इंडिया का एक्सटेंट है. ये कौन सा बॉक्स के अंदर पड़ा है? ओके, चलो. It was nice once again. So next week, I don't know, the timetable changes. I will make a note of it.